follow-up. And joining us on set this morning, Hannah Way. Hannah is actually the co-chair of the HSSE committee. Good morning, Hannah. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, Hima. Now, 16 years, looking at where this event has come from and where it's going. This year, you've decided to focus on human, economic, and environmental progress, a pathway to sustainable development. Ensuring follow-up, ensuring that everyone is on the same page. How did you bring all these people together? And what is going to be the follow-up? So many times we have conferences and people are always worried about what is the progress from last year to this year and what will happen this year to next year. Okay. At this conference, we hope to consolidate at the end of the activities all the key points coming up. The panel discussion on sustainable development follows right after the opening ceremony. And in that panel, we'll really look at practical applications to solutions to implement sustainable development. We've all heard the term sustainable development, right. Human, economic, and environmental progress. What we hope to do, and you'll see from the lineup of the panelists we have, including a representative from the Ministry of Planning and Sustainable Development, to speak on their perspective on what are the human issues that need to be considered, the social issues, especially here in Trinidad, crime, governance, and of course the environmental issues, where we are now moving away from the traditional pollution prevention to look at more environmental preservation in a holistic sense. So the discussions there, it will be a panel discussion followed by open questions. And from there, we hope to obtain views of the wider cross-section of the membership of AmCham, as well as the participants of the conference, and then we will consolidate the recommendations for programs and strategies going forward. And then through our HSE meetings, we will then decide which ministry or which agency may be the one we should approach for implementation or for discussion towards, implementation. Looking at the implementation and discussions that came out of last year's event, which ministry did you approach and what was the follow-up? Several, because, for example, if I speak off the cuff, there's always the issue of road traffic. Those issues came up, of course, road safety, because this is a health, safety, and environment committee. Those issues may seem far removed from sustainable development, but they're very much a core function because they deal with how we live, as fundamental as that. And in that regard, we did write the Ministry of Works and Transport at that time. That was right. The name of the ministry. So, of course, we're also in continuous dialogue, too, with various agencies, for example, the Environmental Management Authority, as well as the Occupational Safety and Health Authority and Agency. So it's not one ministry or one agency because by its very nature, the theme, sustainable right. development and human, social, and environmental, is very broad. So you'll find that we must, by needs, speak to a wider cross-section of the government agencies. Now, looking at the softer issues, the social issues, because most times when we think of HSSE, you think physical, capital, infrastructure. What are some of the softer issues? The social issues are right away, of course, crime right. and governance issues, because as many authors have penned, we cannot talk about implementation, if strong governance structures aren't in place. Governance structures, that's also one of the hot topics in Trinidad and Tobago. Specifically, if someone is looking at this conference this morning, they're going to wonder, how do you tie it all in? HSSE, sustainable development and governance. But we do have to take a very short break, so give you some time to think about your answer. I'll see you on the next side of this break.
Show is live on location from AmCham TNT's 15th Annual HSSE Conference and Exhibition 2011 at the Hyatt Regency Conference Center.
I love fresh salads.
I love the breakfast too. I love the footlong. I love mine cut right through.
I love my Subway with all the fresh veggies. Boom diada, boom diada, boom diada.
I love the healthy choice,
and that they're everywhere.
I love mine toasted quick, and that they really care.
I love my Subway, prepared just how I say. Boom diada, boom diada, boom diada, boom diada. Subway, eat fresh.
Having an event and don't know where to turn? Call Call us at Jenny's Party Rentals, not just for tents, chairs and tables. We also specialize in the rental of stages, porticos, toilets, generators and lots more. Organizing your event is easy. At Jenny's Party Rentals, we carry everything you need to make your event a complete success. Ideally located in Chaguanas or call 753-4451. Jenny's Party Rentals, adding a touch of class to any event.
Here's what you'll enjoy when you visit the new Rupnarine showroom, corner Front Street and Wrightson Road, Port of Spain. Kitchen cabinets, bathrooms, closets, doors, tiles and patio furniture. The Rupnarine showroom. Call us today, 624-7667.
Your car is one of your most valuable assets, so why not update your car's security by installing a GPS alarm system? Only at Legend Design Solutions, we offer this system at a great introductory price of $1,600, including installation. You'll be able to know your car's exact location via your phone or PC. In the event of a theft, your phone would send you an alert where you'd be able to shut down your car via your phone. To protect your assets, call Legend Design Solutions today at 389-7829 or 383-6295. Now available, powder coating, the new high-performance decorative coating to satisfy your needs. Ideal for indoor and outdoor metal furniture, rims and car parts, marine and commercial equipment. And if it's new, protects it for life from all the elements, even sea blast. All this in exciting colors and finishes. Visit us at Trinidad Powder Coaters, a division of Panland Trinidad and Tobago Limited, corner Eastern Main Road and Dorata Street, Laventille. Phone 627-0185. Email steelpan@mail.tt.
Imagine a show where the stars of Dancing with the Stars, American Idol, and So You Think You Can Dance come together for an evening of exciting entertainment unlike anything you've ever witnessed before. On Saturday, September 29th, experience this amazing show right before your eyes in an exciting production entitled Ballroom with a Twist. See the stars of Dancing with the Stars, American Idol, and So You Think You Can Dance on stage singing and dancing under the lights in a 2-hour choreographed production that'll leave you breathless. This world-class production is sold out all over the world, and on Saturday, September 29th, you can see it too. 2 amazing shows, one matinee at 5 p.m. and one evening show at 8:30 p.m. VVIP tickets are $750. Get them now for only $600. VIP tickets $500. Get them now for only $350. Special reserve tickets $250. Get them now for only $200. And general tickets are only $100. These early bird ticket prices won't last long, so hurry and get your tickets for this fantastic show before prices go up. Tickets available at Movietown POS, Richards West Mall, Extra Foods, Grand Bazaar, Chaguanas and Arima, Videotronics Val Park, Tropic Topic upstairs, Trin City Mall, Sound Research Gulf City, and MS Food City in Dibay. For VVIP tickets and more information, call 731-7971. 731-7971. Don't miss the show of a lifetime, Saturday, September 29th at the Center of Excellence.
Introducing a new concept in shopping in Trinidad. AmazingBuysTT.com. Choose from thousands of products. Check out our specials. Free online gift registry. Shop from the comfort of your home. AmazingBuysTT.com. Call us at 652-4438.
Welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Hema Ramsoon, and thanks again for inviting us into your homes. And yes, we've changed locations. We're coming to you live from the Hyatt Regency Hotel. And the reason that we've brought the morning show here is that AmCham is having its 16th annual Health, Safety, Security, Environment Conference and Exhibition. Buzzing, buzzing, buzzing seems to be the only word to describe what's happening at Hyatt. At this time, a number of exhibition booths are already raring and ready to go. Hannah Way is the co-chair of the HSSE Committee of AmCham. Hannah, we're talking about getting everyone on the same page, softer issues, dealing with the taboo topics, and I see that you have HIV/AIDS in the workplace as one of the panel discussions this morning. What are some of the softer issues that you will be dealing with?
I take it when you say softer issues, you mean the more human and social issues, apart from moving away from the technical.
Yeah, moving away from actually physically upgrading your infrastructure.
Right. The social issues, of course, would include, as you mentioned, AIDS in the workplace, as well as how we manage environmental impacts to maintain the balance with the human aspects as well as the economic aspects. Now, top on that line, of course, issues like land use, physical development, and that falls neatly under the panel discussion, which we're going to have immediately after the opening. So through that, we hope to have coming out how do we strike that balance with respect to issues such as housing, which is very much social, which is fundamental to land use, and hand in hand, how do you manage then the flooding and the other infrastructural challenges that must be put in place so as to avert natural disasters. As I mentioned, natural disasters, that and all is one of the key topics in the whole agenda for today and tomorrow's program.
Looking at natural disasters, an overall national development plan, even a regional evacuation plan, do you think we're ready?
It would be difficult for me to answer that right now, sitting here, without having a full appreciation of what the issues are. But we hope to highlight through the various discussions, and there'll be presentations, I believe it's tomorrow, on natural hazards and disaster management, taking it from the organizational level to the national level as well as the regional level.
Now, the conference is expected to be open this morning at about 10 to 8. The president of AmCham will give an official address. Remarks from several of the sponsors, some of the major industry stakeholders will be speaking this morning. The conference will officially be opened by the Minister of Planning and Sustainable Development, the Honorable Botiwari, and the closing remarks from another representative of AmCham. How do you determine the theme for each year?
It's done through the HSC committee. The HSC committee comprises over 40 companies, all engaged in industry and members of AmCham. I should say that the membership of AmCham, it's roughly close to 300 companies, and it represents 75% are national companies. Only 25 are US-based, right? So from that wide cross-sectional base, as well as various industry types, various affiliations, when I say with respect to multinationals and so, as well as an analysis of the issues which are most pertinent, as well as looking back at how past topics were received by the audience. We then brainstorm and decide on what the topic is. And as I said, the sustainable development theme seemed like a comfortable fit, especially coming right after Rio 20 Plus, the conference that was held recently in Brazil. So in a nutshell, it's really from the collective brainstorming and ideas of membership and looking at what is topical and will contribute in a meaningful way towards advancing, and I must say, Trinidad and Tobago society a step forward.
Tying sustainable development, environmental issues, and also HSSE issues, we have yet to be fully OSH compliant, yet we're now looking to take it one step further. How are we going to do that?
That's a challenge, I would say, that most companies face that we all face at the company level, as well as at the industry and sector level, and definitely at the country level. It's a journey. Yeah? We always say it's a journey, and I'm glad to say that because there's legislation, it sort of is an immediate motivator for individuals as well as companies to get on board first, because the minimum standard must be compliance with the law, and we do have a strong suite of OSH, occupational safety and health laws, as well as environmental laws. So that gives us a good basis on which to build on to look at the wider issues which have not been subject to legislation as yet.
The wider issues not being subject to legislation, some will question whether we have to go the route for legislation. And even if we do the legislative agenda, what's going to ensure compliance and what is going to ensure enforcement and implementation?
You know, the one answer to that is usually that of culture, and that is what we hope to achieve through the conference as well, in that we mustn't do something which is right simply because we're afraid of the big stick, the enforcement issues. So through the route of raising awareness and consciousness, not just among the industrial sector, but among the general population as large, so that the population as such would be the driving force demanding that industry and government take that step up to, yes, comply with legislation, but at least, manage the human, social, and environmental issues.
And still so far, while a number of initiatives have been geared towards the non-energy sector companies, we still find compliance better with the energy industries. Why do you think that is?
I'm not sure about that,
Is that a misconception?
I think I don't want to criticize any particular organization, but I believe there's a fair degree of compliance throughout industry, light manufacturing, medium, as well as the oil and gas sector. I believe the oil and gas, probably because more so of resource base, they're probably able to expend the necessary resources to have, let's say, computerized systems, increased monitoring, and other components of management systems for occupational as well as environmental management. And that does not say that the other smaller companies are not also compliant.